you can change what do they say? Necessity is the mother of invention.
Right.
If they don't succeed this year, D'Onofrio is gone, and his best friend has to fire him for doing what he's been telling him to do. So you know what that means? That's what I'm saying. The pride goes when you're a bad teacher. You know why? Because you keep doing the same thing expecting a different result. That's also the definition of insanity.
Can I change the subject real quick? I want to ask an FSU caller something real quick. Listen.
Go ahead.
Okay, check it out. There's this beautiful girl, right? And she's a Miami Hurricane.
I heard the conversation. I heard the conversation earlier. It's not happening. I'm not wearing orange and green.
You'd have a Hurricane shirt on.
Yes. I'm talking about she's Jennifer Lopez, man.
It doesn't matter. I don't have to get it the Saturday night of the game. I can get it the Sunday morning after we sober up.
There you go. See? That's old school right there. That's old. That's harder. There you go.
Well, this is your only date with her. How about it's your only date with her?
And while we're at it, you know, in terms of, listen, it's Florida State, it's Miami, it's Clemson, it's whoever else. It's not the A's. Please don't fall into the trap of sounding like those inbred SEC fans who scream SEC this, SEC that, sounding like they making kids with their cousins and their sisters. Don't fall into that trap. Do not fall.
Like I said, I'm tired of SEC fans because I remember
I understand, but don't fall into that trap of, you know, trying to post up the ACC. And I'm, even though Florida State's on top right now, just in general, because nothing makes me sicker than hearing that SEC crap all the time from Kentucky fans and Tennessee fans who haven't done a damn thing in I don't know how long. So please do not, as not even just Florida State and Miami, the rest of the ACC fans, please do not fall into that trap of starting to scream ACC everything. It's Florida State, it's Miami, everybody rides for each other.
So let me ask you a question. Where do you have the Miami coaching staff in the ACC rank?
That's a tough question because, like, I know, like, if I go strictly by head coaches, like, the only staff that I know my staff. I guess I know most of your staff. I know Chad Morris and Venables at Clemson. But outside of that, I couldn't name another coordinator or a Bud Foster at Virginia Tech. But other than that, I couldn't name another coordinator in the eight. I can only name the head coaches. So it's hard. I couldn't really judge the staff. I know Beamer and Bud Foster. I know Chad Morris and Venables and Dabo. I know Florida State staff. I know.
Well, Chad Morris makes Dabo. Before Chad Morris got there, Dabo was an 8 or 9 win coach. 7, 8,
right.
9
No doubt. You're getting an argument there. So that's what I'm saying. It's tough for me to rank in terms of a whole staff because paying attention to Florida State staff, I know the impact that good position coaches have, but I don't know other schools' position coaches like that to say that they have a good staff. But
I mean, Duke lost their OC to Florida.
Yeah, I know, but you know, Cutcliffe is still an OC by default there, so I don't think their offense is going to change that much. But the one thing that I don't like talking about Miami, and you know, my guys on the Facebook chat, we joke that, you know, Miami has become on-the-job training for a lot of your coaches. And
are you kidding me? Are you really serious about that? For real?
Okay, well, let's break it down. James Coley, how long has he been a quarterback coach?
I mean, but he is a great recruiter. I mean,
no. We're not talking about as a quarterback coach. This is his second year.
He was y'all's quarterback coach, wasn't he?
No, he was not. He was our tight end coach.
Wasn't EJ his? I mean, but Coley's going to be fine this year. I mean, I gave him last year as a slack.
All I'm saying is you have James Coley, second year ever coaching quarterbacks, third year ever calling plays. Your wide receivers coach, this is his second year ever being a wide receivers coach. Your running back.
Hold on, the best receiving core in the nation. Let's get that right.
He's been coaching wide receiver, tight end. They're interchangeable.
No, he was coaching tight ends. No, wide receivers and tight ends are two different positions.
I mean, it's not hard to coach wide receivers.
Hold on. In today's game, with the complexity of coverages and stuff, receivers have to be in terms of their not athleticism.
Okay. Well, you know what?
I'm talking
His
about
first
just
year
being
coaching
a
wide
pure
receivers, Alan Hearns broke the Miami record for receiving yards. I mean, that's just the point.
All right. To
Okay,
the
that's
caller,
athleticism, no.
to the caller from
Alan
Orlando.
Hearns, he was an undrafted free agent. He was so great, such a great athlete.
To the caller from Orlando. All I keep on hearing you is twisting things to what you want it to be. Do you really have something to say, or are you just talking junk just to talk junk? Because you happen to be on their show, and you're wasting time.
What it is. We were having a great conversation. I think you were off doing something else and you weren't really listening.
No, I was listening perfectly. Whatever they said. No. How about you listen to me? How about you listen to me for a moment? Whatever they said, you kept twisting to whatever you wanted it to believe. I heard you 90 times doing that. Now you're going to continue doing that. How about no? How about you're gone? Bye-bye. End the story. Go.
Where'd he go?
Oh, man, that's crazy. Ray, that was a good conversation we had going on.
Well, the Florida State guy hang up?
Yeah.
Ray hung up on him.
Well, it's because he's trying to turn the Cane Shades radio to the Florida State-a-thon.
No, we were making the Florida State-Miami fucking comparison. Right?
No, man. He's just trying to outwit you, man. Seriously.
No, we had good conversation going on.
He'll call back.
Tell him to call back, man. I mean, stay straight though. Hey, you know, Ray checked him, man. You know, the FSU caller need to call back though. Ray just trying to look out.
No, you know, hey, look, if you're gonna have a debate, you got to hear both sides, though.
Yeah.
You got to hear both sides. That's why Florida State fans, if they want to give their opinion about a team, I take it. I mean, they are. I mean, I can't argue with them. They're the better team right now, better program right now. There's nothing that we can argue about that.
And truthfully, I'm outside of the Alan Hearns part being, you know, he was more of a technical wide receiver than an athletic wide receiver. But as far as that was the only point I could see that he was really kind of fudging a little bit there and pulling out of his butt. The rest of the stuff he was honest about.
Yeah, he was. I mean, I like when he calls in. He gives his honest opinion of both sides. I like him as a caller.
Hey, Ray, check it out, Ray, man. We do need. I understand what you're saying, Ray.
Well, here's the problem. You're limited on time, and you know this is supposed to be about the Cane Shades. And if he turns it around, he's going to get a bunch of his boys, and then it's going to become the Florida State invades on Cane Shades. And really, this is your show.
That's what we want. I mean, we want Canes and Seminoles are rivals. That's what we want.
All right. If you want, I ain't stepping in. Y'all want chaos? You got it.
That's what we want. That's what ratings are. I mean, I'm trying to tell you.
That's what it is, chaos, man. We love it. We love the chaos.
So, hey, caller, I don't know. I forgot your name.
Go ahead.
But who do you want to be the quarterback now as you see how it's unfolding?
I got to take a deep breath before I answer this one. Because I would say I wanted Heaps, but the problem with Heaps is he's getting a ton of balls knocked down because he's so short. If Heaps was a quarterback, then we could redshirt Kaya, have him as the number 2, or have Olsen as the number 2. Yeah, because extra time to develop, and that way we have him on the back.
I think we got a caller.
Well, all right, hold on. Keep going.
So I would say Heaps, and because I also think Heaps is going to be more of a game manager and not necessarily trying to win the big game because, again, just like I was saying, it's a money year for Heaps. This is Heaps' last chance to even play into the 5th or 6th round of getting drafted. So he's going to come out. He knows he's a turnover machine. He knows he's an interception magnet. So he's going to be conscious of putting the ball in the right places and being a good steward of the offense. Even though he may have a gunslinger mentality, he's not going to do that.
Because, so you wouldn't want to just go with the young guy, let him just, get out his kinks, get out his mistakes this year, and then let us make the national championship run next 2 years?
If we keep him, we can still make it with the next 2 or 3 years and have Kai as a redshirt freshman. When Jameis Winston just won as a redshirt freshman.
Yeah, but the thing is, if he's good as advertised and we redshirt him, he's still going to be good.
Hey, Bo, let's take that caller though.
It's coming in.
Who's in?
I don't know. I think we had a caller call in. I heard the ding.
So, caller, you in?
Caller. Oh, okay. I thought we had a caller.
If you there's a lot of hype around Kaya, but if you look at, like I said, Heaps has been trained by some of. Say what people want about Charlie Weiss. He's a great quarterback coach. Then the guy at BYU that coached him up as well. He's just had bad supporting casts wherever he's gone. But technically, he's been well coached. That's why he's picking up the offense so well.
Caller, are you there?
Yeah, man. Your man that got his panties out of bunch yet?
Oh, there you are. Hey, yeah. Hey, I'm sorry about that.
No, you're good, man. It's all good. But no, like I said, we were talking about the Canes, and he.
Hey, like I say, we want to hear both sides here. This is King Shades Radio, but we want to hear. Hey, we're going both sides. We want to hear both sides of the story.
No, but he made a good point. But that's why I said this time I was sticking strict. I mean, we would deviate to Florida State for a second, but I was trying to stay on point talking about Miami and give my perspective from the other side.
We're not worried about that. We want to hear both perspectives. This is a rival. This is the rival of Florida. We want to hear both perspectives. I mean, let's hear what you guys say.
Okay, and
I would just call him. Go ahead.
The Florida State guy.
Hello.
Oh, we got a caller.
Excuse me, I want to speak to Ray real quick. I don't appreciate you hanging up on the FS. I feel like he had some pretty decent points.
Uh-oh.
Oh, come on, FSU.
Is this the person that called in a while ago that didn't know?
Yeah, it's the same one.
Mascot was from. You didn't know your mascot? Wow.
Oh man.
Oh, she was mad at Ray now. Ray, you had a girl called in mad at you, man.
Man, that ain't nothing to do. I got women mad at me all the time.
But going back to the FSU gentleman. Coley came from you guys, okay? And that, fine. He didn't coach quarterbacks. He was an offensive coordinator because Jimbo didn't want to give up coaching the quarterbacks and having his fingers in it. Fine. Whatever the case. If you learn from someone, you still learn from someone. Your defensive coordinator came from Alabama, where he was, quote-unquote, the DB coach. Yeah, you think Nick Saban wasn't in every meeting running those DB meetings? Absolutely. Before he was a DB coach at Alabama, what was he? He was player development, which is basically just walking around making sure everyone has water. And before that, he was coaching at Hoover High School. So your defensive coordinator that won you the national championship hadn't really had any independent coaching experience where he had complete autonomy until he got to FSU. And he did pretty well in his first year. Now you look at Coley, same deal.
Let me answer. It's not the same deal, because the difference is Jeremy Pruitt was sat in the defensive backs meeting with Nick Saban every day, learning from Nick Saban.
Coley sat in the quarterbacks meeting with Jimbo Fisher every day.
James Coley was in the tight ends room. Damian Craig was our quarterbacks coach.
But where was he at LSU?
He was a graduate assistant at LSU.
He still learned.
Okay. He wasn't with that, and that's the difference, and that's why before James Coley took the Miami job, Jimbo had just made him the quarterback coach, because Jimbo said he's ready to take that final step, because Jimbo said that he believed an offensive coordinator at this level should also be the quarterback coach, because he needs to see the game through the quarterback's eyes as an offensive coordinator. That's why he made him the offensive coordinator.
Wasn't he the OC at FIU with Cristobal?
1 year, but then he came to Florida State to be the tight ends coach.
But let's go back to the point you were making about, you said on-the-job training. Our last offensive coordinator that had on-the-job training, he's the coordinator for Jacksonville Jaguars now.
Yeah, Jed Fish, absolutely.
Jed Fish, great OC.
Before Jed Fish coached one place, Minnesota, for 1 year in college. Other than that, he was an offensive, quality control person. He never had a position coach.
Okay,
never had a position until he came to Miami, and then at Miami, I believe his offense lit you guys up several times.
Who's offense? Whose offense? Jed Fish?
Jed Fish's offense.
No, Miami hasn't scored 21 points since Jimbo Fisher's been the head coach.